Welcome everyone. Today we'll explore your dream. So dreams are fascinating, right? We have all waken up from a vivid dream, wondering what it meant or why it felt so real. The truth is, the science behind dream is equally mesmerizing, especially when we start exploring how the brain creates these experiences while we are asleep. So, if you are into neuroscience or just curious about what goes on in your head when you are snoozing, so let's dive into the neuroscience behind your dreams. Alright, then let's start with the basic. Your brain never really shuts down, even when you are asleep. In fact, during the certain stage of sleep, your brain is almost as active as you are awake. This stage is called rapid eye movement, REM sleep, REM sleep, and it's where most of your vivid dreams happen. During REM sleep, your brain processes emotion, memories, and experience, weaving them into the strange, surreal, and sometimes absurd narratives that make up your dream. The crazy part is your brain does all of these while your body is paralyzed. Yup, you are basically immobilized during the REM sleep, which is thought to be a way of keeping you from acting out your dreams. Now, to understand the neuroscience of dreaming, let's look at the different part of the brain involved. First, there is a prefrontal cortex. This is the part of your brain responsible for logical thinking, planning, and decision making. During REM sleep, this area becomes a little less active, which explains why your dreams often don't make a logical sense. You know those dreams where you are flying or where you switch from one scene to another without any explanation. That's because the prefrontal cortex is not fully on duty. So your brain does not feel the need to keep things logical. On the flip side, the amygdala, the brain emotional center, become more active during REM sleep. This is why dreams are often charged with emotion, fear, excitement, happiness, and sadness. Ever have a dream where you are being chased or one that leaves you feeling wildly emotional when you wake up? That's the amygdala at work, firing up emotion while you are dreaming, making everything feel intense even though it's just happening in your mind. Then there is the hippocampus, which play a big role in our memory processing. During sleep, especially during REM sleep, your brain is busy consolidating memories, basically organizing and storing them. Some scientists believe that the dreams are a byproduct of this memory consolidation process. As the hippocampus works on the sorting though, your experiences and the emotion from the day, it might accidentally pull up random fragments, leading to those bizarre dream sequences. Have you ever noticed that after an emotionally intense day, your dream seems more vivid or strange? That's because your brain is processing those feelings while you sleep. Another big player in dreaming is the thalamus, which acts as a relay station for the sensory information when you are awake. During the REM sleep, the thalamus still sends a signal to the visual and auditory center of your brain, even though you are not actually seeing or hearing anything from the outside of the world. And that's why dreams can feel so real. They are built from the same sensory information pathways that you use when you are awake. You see people, place, and things, and you heard sound even though your eyes and ears are off duty while you sleep. So how does things all come together to create the dream we experience? Well, one theory known as the activation synthesis hypothesis suggests that Dreams are the result of brain trying to make sense of random neuronal activity. When the brain is in the REM sleep, different regions are firing almost at random, and the brain, in the attempt to create cohesive story, string these signals together into the dream. It's like your brain is trying to find order in chaos, pulling together different elements, memories, emotion, sensory impression, and creating a narrative, even if that narrative is completely wild and nonsensical. But not all dreams are random. In fact, some researchers believe that the dreams serve as a purpose, particularly when it comes to the emotional regulation and problem solving. There is this cool theory called threat simulation theory, which suggests that the dream help us rehearse situations we might face in real life, especially dangerous or stressful situations. Have you ever had one of those dreams where you are being chased or where you are trying to escape some kinds of threat? According to this theory, your brain is essentially running a drill preparing you for potential real-world scenarios. In that way, dreaming could be a way for your brain to work through problems, practice responses, and prepare for challenges, all while you are fast asleep. Then there is a continuity hypothesis, which proposes that the dreams reflect the thoughts, concern, and experience of our waking life. If you have ever dreamed about something you were stressing over, like a work deadline or even upcoming exam, this theory might explain why. Your brain is essentially continuing its processing of those thoughts and emotions while you sleep, working through unresolved issues and emotions in a safe, consequence-free space. It's like your brain is a way of hitting the replay button on the things that are bothering you or weighing on your mind. And that brings us to the topic of lucid dreaming. If you have ever had a dream where you suddenly realize you are dreaming and then maybe even took control of dream, you have experienced lucid dreaming. This phenomenon happens when we prefrontal cortex, that logical part of your brain, wake up a bit during the REM sleep, allowing you to become aware that you are dreaming. For some people, this awareness allows them to control their dream, like flying, visiting a favorite place, or confronting fears. Lucid dream is an area of the active research, while scientists exploring how it could potentially be used for everything from the improving problem solving skills to treating nightmare and even boosting creativity. So what about the nightmares? From a neuroscience perspective, nightmares are essentially dreams that have gone awry, often triggered by stress, trauma, or emotional turmoil. They involve the same brain region as regular dream, the amygdala. The amygdala in particular is often on the override during the nightmares, flooding your brain with fear or anxiety. Some people experience frequent nightmares, a condition known as nightmare disorder, which can interfere with the sleep and overall well-being. Scientists are studying how the therapy like imaginary rehearsal therapy, where people practicing rewriting their nightmare during the day, could help reduce the frequency and intensity of these bad dreams. Now here is fun twist. Dream recall. Ever notice that sometimes you wake up remembering a dream vividly, while other times it slips away as soon as you open your eyes? Dream recall is a bit of a mystery, but researchers believe it's linked to how often you wake up during the night. People who wake up more frequently, either naturally or due to the disturbance, are more likely to remember their dream since they are closer to the REM stage when waking. There is also evidence that certain brainwave patterns particularly those associated with memory consolidation, might play a role in how well you remember your dream. What even more fascinating is the potential for dreams impact waking life. Some scientists are exploring the idea of dream incubation, where you plant a specific thought or intention in your mind before falling asleep in the hope of dreaming about it. This technique has been used for everything from the problem solving to creative breakthroughs. There are a story of the famous artist, scientist, and inventor coming up with a brilliant idea in their dream, like how the structure of the benzene molecule was reportedly inspired by the dream of a snake biting its own tail. So finally, there is the ongoing debate about why we dream at all. While we have covered several theories, memory consolidation, emotional regulation, problem solving, there is still no definitive answer. Some researchers believe that the dreaming is simply a byproduct of brain activity during sleep, while others think it plays a critical role in our mental and emotional well-being. What we do know is that sleep, and particularly REM sleep, is essential for the cognitive functioning, emotional health, and memory processing. Deprive yourself of REM sleep and you will quickly notice the effect: the mood swing, difficulty concentrating, even hallucinations. That's why REM sleep and the dream that come with it are so important for maintaining your brain balance. So my friend, this is all about our journey into the neuroscience of dream. Whether you are flying through the sky or reliving a stressful day, your brain is hard at work while you sleep, weaving together memories, emotion, and sensory information into the complex tapestry of your dream. And while we may not fully understand all the reason behind why we dream, while we do know is that dreams offer a fascinating glimpse into the complex and mysterious working of the human brain. So thank you for the watching and see you in the next video.